So today I want to talk about passing chords and why passing chords are so important. Passing chords are basically, say, if you have a chord set and it's playing a particular melody, right? Passing chords are going to be the chords that are in between those particular chords. Let me give you an example and show you what I'm talking about. So today I have the Hammond, the B3 pulled up by IK Multimedia. My personal opinion, I think this is the best organ on the market. I think this is the best organ you're going to find. That's a VST. It sounds more realistic than anything else out there to me personally. Um, Cherry Audio just dropped an organ that sounds interesting, though. That sounds very interesting. I'm pretty sure it may not be on the caliber of this, but it's gonna sound really fucking good from the demos I've heard. So I might end up checking that out later. But let's rock with it. Show you what we got. We got some scalar chords we're using here. This is from MG the Future's Chord Book Volume 4. So shouts out to MG the Future. And let's rock with it. So that's pretty much the chords I have, right? So I have the same scalar loaded up here in Centronic, and I'm gonna use. I was debating between these two organs that I like. So basically, I'm just gonna just use some passing chords. I'm gonna use the same exact chords I use for the B3. I'm gonna use for the organ in Centronic. So let's see if I can come up with something that sounds pretty cool. So what that does is it just adds fullness to your chords. It gives it a certain flair. This is what all the professionals do with their chords. They're basically giving you passing chords when it comes to like those big time music hits that you hear. That's what they're doing. So if you wonder why am I playing chords and it's not sounding full, it's because you're probably not using passing chords. You don't have to copy the same exact chord. You can switch them up, make them different as long as it sounds good to your ear. That's the thing. But I was going between this odd harm to organ, and I think it was this Glass Pro. Let me see which one sounded the best to me. I think I just like the sound of that a lot, but this one sounds better within that particular organ, within that mix. So now, I mean, now that you have the chords, I mean, if you know how to play chords or whatever, here's a cheat sheet. Let me give you this. So let's say if you don't know how to follow that, right? Like so, for example, like this is played in what D Lydian. Um, so basically, here's a free tool that you can use. Let me find an instrument first, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Something very very cool. What can I use with that? Let me just grab some. Let me grab this. Let me just grab this whirly real quick. Let me see if I can come up with something to. That sounds pretty good. So let's say you wanted to follow those chords and you don't have training in piano, right? And I'm not the best by far, but I have a little bit of training. But let me show you a quick little MIDI tool you can use. It's called Kales. So what Kales will do is free. If you don't have scalar, if you don't want to pull out another scalar and you just want to find that chord. So I can go here and I can just say, hey, this is what is that? Lydian. That was D Lydian. I could just type that in and put it in easy mode. Let me see how this works. Let's stop. You can put it in easy mode where it's straight across, or you can go right here where it's going to show you what keys to actually play. So, and anything that you press in between that, it's not going to allow you to play it. So this is like a really cool way to learn how to play your scales. It's absolutely free. I'll put the website in the link. I'm sorry, link in the description. I forget. It's the same people that make the VST called Chords. I think it's code 4 into something like that. You'll find it. Just type in Kales on the internet. You'll find it. Very, very cool tool to help you guys out. I've used this a ton of times over the years, and I'm still learning how to play the keyboard. So don't think I'm like the best in the world. You know what I mean? But like, yeah, it's a very, very great tool. So let's see if I can find something. I have to turn that down a little bit. So you could just throw anything on there, man. Let me just see if I can come up with some real quick. So as you can see from there, you could just go all over the place, man. From there, you can just take it and go wherever your mind wants to go. For me, when I doing something like this is kind of like a loop. I like to chop my own loops up. I'll try to fill this up as much as I can with stuff, but as you can see, once you start to fill it up, everything is going to start to sound full. Like even right now, without even anything else on it, it sounds like it's full, right? It sounds full enough that could be a loop by itself, right? So I'm gonna rock with that real quick. See if I can come up with something. So that's pretty much it. You can go anywhere with that. I just want to show you that once you get passing chords, it opens it up for you where you can put pretty much anything in there. As long as you stay in key. Like I said, if you don't know how to stay in key, use the tool Kales from code 4N2, or you can use Scalar. I mean, you can easily like, so example, if I don't have Kales, which is free, I'd advise you to go download it if you don't just want to pull up. Sometimes you just don't want to pull up scalar all the time, right? I use it to just give me ideas because as a player, you don't know all of the chords. So I don't see nothing wrong with using scalar. I'll use scalar in a heartbeat. Ain't no shame in my game. I'm gonna use scalar, man. You know what I'm saying? Because it gives me fresh ideas and new ideas to just come up with cool chords. And I come up with my own chord packs. I got some chord packs here from my website, Exotic Wave. The Griselda Volume 1 is out, and Griselda Volume 2 is on the way. It's like hip hop chords for like MF Doom, you know, all those type of guys, Griselda, that dark, gritty hip hop. So yeah, man, I design chords myself, but I just love to use this player, man. But if you wanted to like just, play in the scale of whatever it is, you can just take off the actual chords here. And if I was to play this, let me hit key lock. I was trying to go out so I can show you something, but I hit key lock, and no matter what I press, as you can see, the orange is lighting up. It's telling me I'm pressing the wrong button, but you could just press anything just to show you that you can always stay in key. So always make sure you stay in key whenever you're making your music. It's very, very important to make it sound harmonic and make it sound great. So that's my video for you guys, man. Passing chords are really, really cool. Something is a tool I think that everyone needs to use. Sometimes you feel like you have a dope beat and it's missing something. Probably it could possibly be you don't have passing chords, especially when it comes to R&B, pop, the really chord heavy type style music. Hip hop, maybe not so much, depending on what you use. But that's my video. Hey man, I love y'all. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace and hair grease. I'll see y'all later. I'm out of here.